bouncing off the neighbors. Whether homegrown or imported, we feeling shorted, cause we waiting on our paper. So next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Yeah, you don't know about the D, you don't know about the streets, cause when you're in the Motor City, nothing is as pretty as the hustle. You don't know about the D, you don't know about the streets, cause when you're in the Motor City, everything ain't pretty but it's love though. Next time when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, when we get back on our feet. Yeah.
All right, what's up, everybody? Good afternoon. Welcome to the normal Spike Kool-Aid for Wednesday, the official start of free agency, March the 15th, 2023. What's up, Von D, Shake and Bake, Bonzilla, excuse my hot take with Doug. What's up, bro? What's up, Doug? Doug, you need to check your emails, big dog. You need to check your emails, man. You got to contact me on Twitter, man, because this email thing takes way too long. What's going on, B. Sandy? What is Papa Dockin', man? We had a fantastic show last night, record numbers, and we had a really good time, exciting time. Made me start thinking of some things. And I am working usually. The only reason I'm home is free agency. And I want to be able to break news. I can't do that on the road, so I am currently home. Now, the plan is to get back out there tomorrow and watch the Lions break some news. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll come up with something like a late night edition, something like that through the week. But hope you guys had a good day. It is day 3 of free agency, actually day 1 of free agency. So, we haven't even officially started the 2023 NFL season. It starts in 1 hour and 56 minutes. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this right now. And Single Dad, what's up, big dog? What's up, Braylon? What's going on, man? I got you. You can Twitter my emails is messing me up. Yeah, man. I be emailing you. I don't hear from you in like 2 weeks, and then when I do catch, so yeah, just you. My Twitter handle was on the screen, bro. You can DM me if you want. All right, let me open my Waterloo sparkling water. Let's get this thing started. All right, so I'm a little irritated today. You know, first of all, let me just say this. This is my show. I get to say, do whatever I want. I'm kind of like Pat McAfee, just not a chump, right? So if you don't like what I have to say for how long I have to say, you don't have to watch. Now, I will try to put timestamps in the videos, but I be doing too many things, bro. I'm one person. I'm going to try that. But if I decide to talk about Aaron Rodgers for 25 minutes, that's what I decide to do. So we're going to talk just real briefly. Aaron Rodgers. While the rest of the world gave a fart, I did not. I did not care what this man did. He had the entire world. Let me tell you something. And this is when you got to be careful, man. If you ever deal with me, I am loyal. I am a friend to the end like Chucky, right? I will ride with you for life. We can be like Martin and Will. But once, if you not necessarily do me wrong, because I can forgive you, I can do all that. But it depends on the type of dirt that you do. I am relentless, bro. I will not stop. I'm like Terminator 1, 2, Genesis, all of them. I will not stop, bro. I will find Sarah Connor if it's the last thing I do. Braylon with the dono says, if we still draft CB, then Okuda is gone. Cam Sutton is 1. Mosley, Cam Sutton is CB1. Mosley CB2. Jacob CB3. Gonzalez or McCain is CB4. Okay. Appreciate that, bro. And let me get through this real quick because I'm almost done. Aaron Rodgers. I was talking about motivation, right? It was sad for me to see how the world was hanging off of every word Aaron Rodgers. I enjoyed Terminator Genesis, Nick. Okay, miss me with that one, bro. First of all, you had my girl. Her name escapes me right now, but the girl from Game of Thrones. Okay, that's number one. And two, it was decent. I don't like Jai Courtney. I've never liked him, so I wasn't a fan of him and his Kyle Reese. But yeah, okay. Let me get through this, y'all. So I've never seen a man. I thought LeBron James and the decision was just pathetic, but ESPN did a great job of hyping it up. The decision, LeBron James. Pat McAfee is a chump. Aaron Rodgers is a chump. Yeah, you could tell him I said it. I don't care. Aaron Rodgers is a chump. He had the entire world hooked on his every word. Credentialed reporters were literally tweeting every single word that he said. Every single word. My Twitter notification was blowing up as I'm watching for Lions updates because of what this man tweeted. And at the end of the day, he said he intends to play for the New York Jets, but a trade package is yet to be put together. You know what I heard? I heard that Green Bay ain't let him go yet. I heard this is all from tweeting. I did not watch the show. I refuse to. I don't watch Pat McAfee. I haven't watched him in years. He said he went into the darkness, 90% retired, 10% play. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Let me okay. So, but I couldn't believe how pathetic people were. Like how pathetic it was that this man had all this power. So anyway, okay. All right, Bo. So the point that I'm making is I don't care what he does. He's had me before. I thought he was gone after that loss to San Francisco in 2021, but nope, he came back around, signed an extension. He made Nathaniel Hackett. He had him thinking he was going to come to Denver. Got that man fired. Nah, Nathaniel Hackett was terrible, but you know what I'm saying. So anyway, I am over it. I don't care. I do not care. First I was a critic of this channel, but this guy puts in the work. Keep it up. Okay, Joe, appreciate you. And I don't mind you being a critic, bro. Unless you was like Roger Ebert and you ain't like nothing. But that's your opinion not to like nothing. So I'm cool with that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to have kind of a thick skin being on the internet because people think they know you and you know, stuff like that. But here it is. I'm talking bad about players. Like, I don't know Aaron Rodgers as a person, but as a player, I cannot stand. My wife told me I probably wouldn't like him as a person either. I was like, yeah, you're probably right. All right. So I'm over it. Aaron Rodgers he will not hook me anymore. I am so happy that the Detroit Lions beat them. I am so happy that Kirby Joseph, the last ball that touched, got to be careful how I say this. the last football that touched Aaron Rodgers' hands was caught by Kirby Joseph. And that's the memory I'm holding on to. That's the memory that I'm holding on to. All right. So let's get into our Detroit Lions because we got a lot to talk about. I know, Bonzilla. And I don't even say pause. You know, that's what the kids say. The kids say pause. I don't say that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just amazing how far we've come from the 80s to the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? You got to say pause if you say the word ball. If you say the word balls, you definitely got to say the word pause. So there are more than one type. And matter of fact, okay, it's not the correct name anyway. But we're going to save that for another occasion. I can't stand it when the kids say pause, LOL, and I'm one of the kids. Yeah, man. My son don't say pause. My son is an old man. He came out the womb an old man. All right, so I got my Twitter open, waiting on any breaking news. If anything breaks, okay. All right. Wait a minute. Are you kidding? I saw that, Mr. Poole, but okay, we got to talk about this. Wow. Okay. All right. So let's get some housekeeping stuff out there. I need a little segment. I need a little segment like housekeeping. What's up, Brian? Okay, couple housekeeping things. And the housekeeping stuff is going to be the real quick stuff, like we're sweeping stuff out of the room, right? Like we're sweeping it up. Number one, housekeeping segment. Okay, as a matter of fact, let me make this a segment, bro, because I need some segments. All right, so this is going to be a new segment that is part of the show. And I am working on, eventually I'm going to put it on camera. I'm working on like some overlays and stuff like that, but I'm only one man. I can only do so much. So we got a couple things. We got one thing for sure on the housekeeping segment. Okay, number one, Darius Slay. Can we stop with this, y'all? Darius Slay is not coming back to Detroit, nor do I want him back to Detroit. Let me ask you this. Why would Brad Holmes, who didn't pull the trigger for Jalen Ramsey, who it looks like we are not going to keep Jamal Williams, why would we go out and pay for a 32-year-old cornerback? Now, I'm not one to be like, oh, he's old. If he's older and he's producing, it doesn't matter to me. A la Levante David. I would love to break a video today saying that Levante David is part of the Detroit Lions, or Bobby Wagner, or Leonard Floyd. I would love that. Okay? So I'm all about that. But Darius Slay, this video, not everybody who gets cut is coming back to Detroit. J.D. McKissick was cut yesterday. He was released. I liked him when he was here. I really did. Do I want him back? I don't. Brad Holmes is not every Detroit Lions former player that is no longer playing for their current team is not coming back to Detroit. Kenny Golladay probably won't come back to Detroit. He don't even have ties with Brad Holmes. The only tie that he has is that Brad Holmes decided not to re-sign him when he was a free agent after his rookie deal. Every Detroit Lion who gets cut, every player that gets cut, but especially the nostalgia that we have, we got to let it go. Nick says Bill's interested in David. I'm sure they are. He's a solid player, but we got to let it go. We have to let this go. Matthew Stafford, not coming back to Detroit anytime soon. So that's really it. It took 2 or 3 minutes for housekeeping. We're going to get that out the way. Darius Slay, J.D. McKissick, anybody else. Why don't we just bring the man himself, Matt Patricia, back? And I'm all for reuniting, but it has to be realistic. A realistic reunite. And none of those are. Now, if anything breaks with the Detroit Lions, I will be making a video about that. Okay, so we'll go into video mode. I will still be here. I will still be looking at the chat when I'm done. Okay, so that's the housekeeping segment for today. Darius Slay is not coming back to Detroit. All right, let's get into this. Detroit Lions have been quiet today. Not any word, any movement at all coming from them. Now, typically, with the Lions, man, you don't know what to expect. You really don't. It could be early. It could be like it was yesterday, late. Free agency doesn't officially start until 4 p.m. right? Nick says, I wouldn't mind Kenny Galladay on a 1-year deal for a couple million. I don't mind that. I don't mind depth pieces. You might be saying, well, Grid, you had a fit with Alex Anzalone. I did. I did. I absolutely did. Because that is a position that we need to upgrade at. I don't mind depth pieces. Jared Davis was a tragic move, but he wound up coming into play. And now he got himself a 1-year deal. Good for him. We needed to upgrade. Shake and Bake says, I would bring Big Play Slay to retire him a steroid. What? All right. But I got to say this, y'all. Brad Holmes, year one was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? We didn't know what to expect. The only thing we knew about Brad Holmes is that he was part of the organization when they traded up for they traded up for Jared Goff. He was part of the organization when they traded for Jalen Ramsey. So we knew that they were aggressive. Wait a minute. Okay. Mr. Poole, the funny thing is, I don't think I follow this guy, but I'm going to make sure I don't. No, I do not. I never have. Well, I might as well put this out there. Okay. Because, wow. Because I know a lot of y'all do. So we just going to pause in the show real quick. So this is something that is funny about the internet, man. Okay. Y'all seen me. You've seen me. You've heard me, right? But when you don't, one thing about the internet is you don't know who's real and who's not. And I think that's why I get so hostile on the internet. So according to reports that are coming out now, the Twitter account known as Dov Kleiman is not a real person. But he tweets about the NFL. Huh. What? Okay, so according to what Twitter is saying, says, okay, this Twitter account, wow, okay, this is a whole nother show. Been telling you guys he doesn't exist. It's just a persona for this weirdo Jennifer Lawrence stalker who steals breaking news from reporters with actual access. And that apparently his name is Billy Spikes. What in the world? Okay, how does he have access to the news? Huh. Okay, that is weird, bro. That gave me like a America's Most Wanted vibe right there. So I just wanted to put that out there for anybody that I don't follow him. And that's why Twitter, you know what? And Twitter giving out the check mark, man, is busted. Yeah. Okay, so Mr. Poole, I'm sorry, Rainbow Girl. There is you know how you follow Twitter? You got Twitter accounts, Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, and these other accounts. And it seems like Twitter is the way to break news now. So D-O-V is his name, and he would break NFL news. He would break NFL news. As a matter of fact, he broke something not too long ago, and everybody retweets it. And, you know, I don't know if I've made a video about anything he's ever talked about. But apparently, he is not who he seems to be. We'll just leave it at that. That's crazy, bro. That's freaky. Okay. All right. So let's move on. I got to give Brad Holmes his credit. Brad Holmes, when he first got here, I was very, very concerned. I knew what he was working with from what Matt Patricia had done to the team. But I don't know. I think I was still getting over what Matt Patricia had done and firing Jim Caldwell and seeing how pathetic the Lions have been for years. And you see this guy come in. You see Dan Campbell, and you want to believe him, but it's hard, right? It's hard because you don't have nothing to go on. He brings in a bunch of guys, Khalif Raymond. Well, there goes that. Appreciate you, Mr. Poole. According to Tom Pelissero, linebacker Levante David is returning to the Bucs on a 1-year, $7 million guaranteed deal. A 12th season in Tampa. Well, there goes that. Check him off the list, ladies and gentlemen. He gone. Hey, KD, what's up, big dog? I'm not saying that man's name for a little while. We play the Jets. If he's a Jet, we'll see him. We'll talk about him then. I mentioned him at the beginning of the show. He had the entire world hooked on his little soliloquy. And all he said was, my intentions are to play. I went into the darkness. I didn't know what I was going to do. I hallucinated. An angel came to me and said, you need to play. Man, I'm over that fool, bro. So Levante David off the market. Check him off. Okay, Brad Holmes. You can tell, man, I got like irritation in my voice. I'm irritated, man. Aaron Rodgers just does that to you. He will irritate you. But Brad Holmes, I didn't know if I could trust him. I really didn't. After he traded up for Jamal Williams, I started questioning him. I really did. Wait, what? Wait, what? What's happening, Mr. Poole? Because I don't see anything. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, I can't see anything. I got to see what's up with that. I'm sorry, y'all, that this show is kind of all over the place. There's a lot of stuff going on. And I'm trying to figure out what's happening. Apparently, somebody's saying something that I can't see. So, okay, Brad Holmes. He did something yesterday that a lot of us might not have wanted him to do. He made the hard decision. Reports are coming out that Jamal Williams wanted maybe 8 to 10 a year. I don't know how long the contract he wanted. I'm not mad at him. He's, 28, 29? He needs to get his bag. I get it. But he had to do what needed to be done. And that was make a decision based on what was best for the team, right? That's what we want. We want a general manager who is going to make decisions that are best for the team. Getting rid of Matthew Stafford was best for the team. Letting Jamal Williams walk, potentially, allegedly, is what is seeming to be best for the team. And I applaud him for that. It was weird seeing Twitter yesterday, the mixed emotions with David Montgomery being our new back. And that production-wise, youth, David Montgomery is the better back. Jamal Williams, to me, meant more than just football, right? And I'm sure Brad Holmes felt the same way. But he had to let him go. He had to let him go. So I applaud him for that. Now, I'm still a little worried about the linebacker room. But Kaminsky said today that Alex Anzalone was like the leader, the general, and we all knew that. But it's weird because you want to trust him. But I think because of our PTSD, it's hard to. It's hard to just buy in immediately. I think it was the right decision. Salty says, we have to remember free agents have to want to be here. Most of these guys would rather not be in Detroit, and we have to understand that we can't force them. That is very true, Salty. I didn't think we really let him walk. We offered him a contract. He obviously didn't accept our offer, so we moved on. So we let him walk. Salty is the same thing. We let him walk. You know what I mean? Look at what the Jets are doing. Oh, I said I wasn't going to mention his name. You know what? His Aaron Rodgers' new name from now on, so remind me in the comment section, is Darkness. We see what Darkness has control over 2 teams. So we didn't. We let him walk. We offered him something. He didn't want it. We didn't offer him what he wanted. Therefore, we let him walk. But I know what you're saying. Let him walk is like we had no interest whatsoever. We didn't pay him as much as he wanted. Yeah, so in my word, that's called get to stepping. But we made the right decision. He made a decision based on what was needed for the team. Like what was needed for the team. And while some of us don't like it, I think most of us do. The reaction that I saw on Twitter, which is like the most toxic place on earth, was a positive reaction. Losing Jamal, most of the reaction was based on his personality. That's what that was. And I agree. David Montgomery behind our offensive line. What I don't believe is that this rules out a running back. Now, we got to bring in Swift. I saw something yesterday from Jeff Reisden, and I wanted to talk about it. It has something to do with the running back room. So it's going to stay in this segment. Jeff Reisden said yesterday, now, unlike other people, I don't hang on every word that he says. Ooh! Jeff Reisden said that when people say trade Swift, we have to realize that Swift has no trade value. And the next part of what he said was like, wow. He said Swift is in a contract year, and the rest of the league is seeing exactly what we are. I was like, wow. We see the same thing. They see what we see. Don't nobody want Swift. That's basically what he was saying, is nobody want DeAndre Swift because DeAndre Swift is in a contract year, which means that if you trade for him, you are going to get a 1-year rental. Is he worth a 1-year rental? Not many players are. Salty says nobody wants to trade for injury-prone running back who hasn't ran for 1,000 yards in his career yet. It would be nice, says B. Sandy, if we trade Swift for a third or so and draft Bijan at 18 if he's there. Now, David Montgomery is solid. And it looks like we're going to be stuck with Swift for another year. And for his sake, I hope he balls out because not only does it help him, it helps our team, right? But canceling out Bijan at 18 is ludicrous to me because we signed David Montgomery for 3 years. Do you know that a year from now, I will keep saying this, DeAndre Swift will not be on this team. He is not under contract. So why would we pass up on a running back to just have one on the roster? Montgomery is greater than Swift and Jamal. Great signing. Rainbow Girl, that is what most of Twitter, the consensus was saying. Jamal was definitely, it felt like ripping the heart out, right? Because I used to call him the heartbeat. And he did exactly what he was brought in here to do. And I'm not mad at him. He wanted more money. He's at the, he's up there with Derrick Henry. And if you're a running back, your shelf life is nothing. So I'm not mad at him, but I'm more impressed with Brad Holmes. Brad Holmes made a decision that involved what was best for the team. It sucks. I was thinking about Jamal Williams literally until I fell asleep. Because that's what we do. I know people were skipping in the streets. I know personally the Dern was probably popping bottles because he has been anti-Jamal Williams for a while, meaning he's not irreplaceable. And I was just like, man, I'm going to miss him. But I do believe that Brad Holmes did what was best for the team. And I think we're going to see the benefits. And then we're going to see what, and if they gave David Montgomery, man, wait till y'all see his contract. We got to talk about his contract. We'll do that in the next segment. But if they gave him $18 million, 11 guarantee, what did Jamal want? What did he want? Montgomery is 25. He'll be 26 when the season starts. What did he want? So y'all let me know. How do you feel about the decision that Brad Holmes made? Man, you know what, bro? Aaron Rodgers, it really is fun. I don't have that same energy that I usually have. Because he sucked it. He literally just took it out of me. I don't know. Lord have mercy. I just don't have the usual grid energy. Dude said wait till next year, get Corum, worst Lions take ever. Why is that the worst Lions take ever? If he said wait till next year. Salty says the Eagles rumors are because Swift is from Philly. I don't think they really want him. Yes, Nick, thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Nope, they already did it. Okay. So, the Lions are going to miss out on Levante David. He decides to stay with the Bucs. You know, people deciding to stay with their teams, or if it's not the Lions, is kind of annoying me, but that's fine. So we can scratch him off the list. But I was wrong about Charles Harris. So far, I've only been right about Brockers. The Detroit Lions decided to restructure Charles Harris, and they freed up, I want to say, $2 million in cap space. So now they have $22 million, I believe, in cap space. I'll check that on Over the Cap. But Charles Harris looks like he's going to be around. But what will happen with Romeo? Romeo was one of the people that could have been cut, and right now we have no word. Now, the Detroit Lions still need quite a bit of help. Deshaun Elliott will probably not be back. However, we still need a backup quarterback. Wow. Well. Okay, stop the presses. We got to stop this. All right, we got a new subject. Oh, my God. Okay, let me pull this up. Now, this might have got your boy hype right here. All righty. Okay, hey, Mr. Poole, is this a guy we can trust? Because we don't know who to trust nowadays. There we go. There's Derek. He's coming alive. Man. Well, dang, bro, this is massive. Okay, hold on. All right. Well. Oh, boy. Wow. Okay. All right. Y'all ready? Let me pull out the chat so I can see y'all. Because we got to talk about this. All right. What's up, Dern? What's up, bro? I literally just gave you some love, man. I literally just gave y'all some love. Okay. All right, here we go. Let me take a sip because this is going to be good right here. All right. Well. The coveted individual that everybody still wants to be a Detroit Lion. Let me just preface this by saying that Dan Campbell said you can't judge a player based on them wearing pajamas. However, you can judge this player here. Jalen Carter, coming from Pete Thremel, says ESPN update from Carter's Pro Day, which, by the way, not a single Detroit Lions staffer was in attendance. ESPN update from Jalen Carter's Pro Day when he was 9 pounds heavier than at the NFL Combine and couldn't finish his position drills. Now, The NFL Combine was 2 weeks ago. Now, I didn't read the article. I'm going to, let me read it. Let me bring it up because I want to make sure that I understand this. Yes. Yes, it is what I thought. Georgia defensive lineman. Let me get rid of this so y'all can see. Jalen Carter was 9 pounds heavier than he was at the NFL Combine. Ladies and gentlemen, that was less than 14 days ago. 14 days ago. You know how much you got to do to gain 9 pounds in 14? What are you eating to be in a movie? When he couldn't finish his position drills at Georgia on his at Georgia's pro day on Wednesday. Jalen, the man, the number one pick, the guy that every Detroit Lions fan still wanted in the uniform, couldn't finish his position drills. Carter, who was once considered a number one pick in April's draft, weighed 323 pounds at the pro day. He opted to do only position drills and didn't participate in other aspects of the workout, including the 40-yard dash, cone drills, and other physical tests. Well, why are you doing it? Carter didn't finish the position drills because he was cramping and breathing heavily. Well. I am sorry. Listen. This has nothing to do with Jalen Carter. This has everything to do about the Detroit Lions. Draft Carter anyway. He's a beast. We don't care if he has legal issues or character issues. We're going to draft Carter anyway because he's that guy. Carter worked out in front of scouts and coaches from all 32 teams in Georgia's indoor facility. Well, I don't know, because I've been hearing that we weren't there. So now we got conflicting reports. What's going on in the NFL world today? Don is not a real account. And now we got conflicting reports. The Falcons' Arthur Smith, Bears' Matt Eberflus, and Steelers' Mike Tomlin were in attendance. Well. Jalen Carter. So how y'all feeling about this right now? The brother done gained 9 pounds and couldn't finish his position drills and was breathing heavily. Mr. Carter, remember what we were saying about Jordan Davis last year? He's not a three down defensive tackle. Remember we were saying that? So what y'all thinking? Y'all still want him? Do you still want Jalen Carter? He's a big man, people movers. He's sliding. He still will be gone before Seattle. Don't care. Okay. All right. But that ain't the question, Salty. The question is you, Detroit Lions fans in the chat, do you still want Jalen Carter? Now, we know that they're going by his tape. Dan Campbell already said that. Okay? But what did I say last week? The combine does two things. It either lowers your stock or raises it. It's two things that it does. But he didn't do anything at the combine. He had to go. Okay. All right, we get you. His pro day. All eyes on me. It ain't no other dudes you got to worry about except the dudes that play for your team. And you couldn't even finish position drills. I've said this all along, that I don't think the Detroit Lions want anything to do with this guy. I said to y'all last year that the Detroit Lions were not going to draft Kayvon Thibodeau. But we sent 7 scouts to see him. We sent 7 staffers to see Kayvon Thibodeau. Brad Holmes went to UCLA Oregon game. Yeah. The Lions were also playing the Rams that weekend. I was still there as well. I was there also. I want I didn't want him when the character stuff came up anyway, but dude didn't even do the 40-yard dash. Okay, hold on. Oh. Okay. So, people listening in the comment section, do you want Jalen Carter? I'm going to say emphatically no. But I've been saying this. I've been saying it. And I don't think your Detroit Lions want him either. But the brother couldn't even finish. You don't run the 40, right? Didn't Jordan Davis run the 40? You don't run the 40. You are out of breath, and you gain 9 pounds in 9 days. Salty says, I don't care who Holmes drafts, I trust him. I think that's the best answer today. I personally don't want nothing to do with anybody who has character issues. I'm just saying. We got to admit, man, our team don't do stuff like this. Okay, so I saw, so Dern, anybody with the moderator tag, I'm gonna put something in the comment section. And I want you to try to remove it. All right, hold on. All right. Somebody with a moderator tag, I want you to try to move that. Try to remove it. And let me know what happens. What's up, Augustus? What's going on, man? D says, I was on the fence about Carter, but after this, he doesn't sound like a Lion to me. Okay. I'm sorry, Jordy. I'm sorry. Okay, Dern says I can only block it. Okay. That is because that YouTube has another. Okay, so they did this, and I didn't even know. So check this out. I have to decide what kind of moderator to make you. So even though you have the tag, it says add as managing moderator or add as a standard moderator. So I'm going to add you guys. Okay, so Mr. Poole, we'll start with you. Since I know Dern be at work a lot during this time. Okay, Mr. Poole, I'm going to make you a standard moderator and see now if you can remove. Oh, it says error. So I got the same message you do. Okay, can I remove it? I can. Okay. You know, I don't mind. Aaron, you talking about Jalen? I don't mind leaving it there, but I just wanted to see if I could remove it. You know, I don't got nothing to hide. I don't think you're able to remove the creator comments. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. You know what? That makes sense. I'm a doofus. Okay, somebody else do something. Don't put that in there. Just somebody who doesn't have a moderator tag, put something in there and see. But it just gave me an error message too. So, but you have to make people what kind of moderator you want. Sherman Klump could have been breathing heavy too. I can't remove mod commands. Okay, somebody tried to delete. Okay, Larry put something crazy. Somebody tried to delete Larry's comments. Okay, so it gives you the error message. Okay, so that's on YouTube side. Okay. All right, so let's do this. We're back to cap space. Let's get back to business. Thank you, everybody. So the Detroit Lions currently now with, cap space, they have $21 million. $21 million. Now, I was hoping that something popped today while we were on, but nothing will pop. But I will be home for most of the day or all of the day so I can be able to break news. But it doesn't look like anything has happened yet. Is there anybody that you would like to see become a Detroit Lion who's not now? Let's look at the free agent list since there's literally nothing happened. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Y'all have to see how Brad Holmes made this contract for David Montgomery. It's ridiculous. Okay. Pat McAfee. Everybody wants Pat McAfee. All right, let me get. Okay, Darius Slay. Okay, here we go. Now, hey, Mr. Poole, I'm terrified now, bro. I'm scared. Anybody with a check mark, I'm scared to trust them. It's crazy. Okay. Wait a minute. That is not the one I wanted. I wanted the other the breakdown that I sent you. Let me see if I can find it. Because this right here is some stuff. Okay, it was from Eric Slit. Y'all got to see how he broke this thing down. All right, Baker Mayfield to the Buccaneers. Where are we at? It was a picture that I sent that I'm trying to find. I'm sorry, y'all. What's that? Nope, that was from yesterday. Oh, I didn't send it to you. That's why. I sent it to somebody else. All right. Okay, so I'm a read this. And this is from Eric Schlitt from Pride of Detroit. And this is how the contract was broken down, I believe, according to Is that the same thing? Okay, it is the same thing. All right, so check this out. Check this out. All right, Brad Holmes. I see what you're doing, brother. I see what you're doing, man. And yeah, I was feeling some type of way about Alex Anzalone. I mean, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't, man? Our linebacker, we need to upgrade. I'm not going to get off of it. We need to upgrade. But Brad Holmes, man, he is putting in work. And I got to say that I don't remember where we started. I want to say we started on Monday with less cap space than we have now. Brad Holmes, I gave him his credit the other day. It was on Monday's show, and I said he is a mastermind when it comes to these contracts. Okay? This is how David Montgomery's salary breaks down. All right? For 2023, his base salary is $1,250,000. He has a prorated bonus of $1,500,000. He has no workout bonuses. He has per game a $500,000 bonus. Okay, so this is 2023. His cap number for 2023 is $3,250,000. That is his base salary is $1,250,000. So that's going toward this year. 2024, $5,250,000, $1.5 million prorated bonus, no workout bonuses. So basically, he has $500,000 bonus per game. His cap number for 2024 is $7,250,000. In 2025, his base salary is $5,500,000. Prorated bonus is the same. No workout bonuses. His per game bonus is $500,000. His cap number is $7,500,000. His 2023 and 2024 base salary is fully guaranteed, which is where, okay, but that doesn't add up to the $11 million. That is only 6.5. Huh. So maybe he missed something here. Okay, so then according to Doug on Twitter, it says that the 1.5 is fully guaranteed. That's 2023. The 2024 $3 million is fully guaranteed out of the 5.25. But either way it go, what I want you to see is what he did for 2023. We signed a guy for $18 million, replaced a running back, upgraded at that position, and we didn't even dent the cap for this year, really. I have to give him some credit. I have to give him some credit. Now, what can we do? That's insane. And right now, if the cap, according to Over the Cap, if it has factored in all the moves we made yesterday, all the moves we made at the end of the night yesterday, according to Over the Cap, we currently are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th in cap space with $21,709,711. That is crazy. And I swear we have more money now than we did on Monday. Gonna have to give it to Goff next year, so got to keep smart. Did the Anzalone contract details come out? I am not sure. Yes, Levante David re-signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 1 year, $7 million. Yep, Levante is out. Okay. So let me know what you think, because I got to give it to Brad. I really do. He made two tough decisions. Well, he made a tough decision while keeping us relatively where we can make more signings. So let me know what you think. Okay, Eric. It's very rare that you and I agree. But for you to say that, it kind of surprises me, man. You know what I'm saying? I started off the show saying I don't get SOL vibes at all. I don't get it. I think he made a tough decision, but I think he made the right decision. I didn't get SOL from this at all. Nick says still have to pay the new rookie class. Yeah, we do. But the wait, bruh, could you imagine? If but yeah, so we need $15 million. We still got 6 though. And the way that Brad is making this stuff stretch, come on, man. We haven't even touched Big V. We haven't even decided what we're going to do with Romeo yet. Cutting Romeo frees up $7 million. So that 6 could turn into 13 real quick. So yeah, I ain't worried about the rookie class. Rookies will be all right. They'll be all right. Durham says, rumor is we're cutting Romeo. Nate says, I'm going to miss Swaggy, though. Yeah, man, we talked about that. But listen to what y'all saying. When we talk about Jamal Williams, we're not even talking about his production. We're not. And I understand. Now, I will say this. It was some Lions fans on Twitter, man, that was straight cutthroat. I mean, cutthroat, like, man, listen, David Montgomery is a better back. It was like, they were over it real quick. It was real quick. It was no love lost. And then some of them were like, man, we can't, it's going to be tough. But we're not even talking about his production. Every time we mention Jamal, what do we say? I mean, I'm not trying to take anything away from his production. He did more than DeAndre Swift, and that's facts. That's facts. He was reliable. That's facts. But we're talking about, like I said, what Jamal meant to this team, in my opinion, not to take anything away from his football, he was more than football. I mean, but he did his thing, though. 1066, 17 touchdowns, a couple big runs. Rarely went down on impact. I'm not mad at him. He did his thing in Detroit. But when we talk about him, the first thing we say is we're going to miss him. We don't talk about we're going to miss his production. Nobody ever goes there, right? David Montgomery is a Bear. I mean, Jamal Williams was a Packer, right? So I think we'll be fine, Lions fans. Larry says it's all emotion sometimes. I agree. It's called not for long for a reason. Move on. I mean, listen, but at the same time, D-Town, you can't do that, bro. You can't say that. You can't say that. Because we are invested in these people. Look at, okay, take it, my guys. It's too easy. Anybody know about that YouTube channel? We got Eric and Katie. Cool young people. I'll probably wind up linking up with them for a couple games next year. Eric and Katie, they go to every single game. Every single game. Nobody in this chat I know can say that they've been to every game in a Lions season. If that ain't us being emotionally invested in our team, then I don't know what is. Mall tape is amazing. It's not flashy, and people think that doesn't equate to value. Eric, I agree with that. I agree with that. But I also know that Maul was more than his production. And honestly, bro, we were paying for the sentiment. We were going to pay, okay, let me see. 49ers reached an agreement today on a 1-year deal with Cleveland Farrell, per source, coming from Adam Schefter. If Swift stayed healthy, Jamal doesn't have 1K yards or 17 touchdowns. Yeah, but Swift didn't stay healthy. Okay, Cam, I'm going to flip it. If we stopped giving Swift them carries, Maul would have had more. How about that? Listen, Jamal Williams was solid, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, he don't exist anymore. He did solid, man, but he's 28. He's 28, and we all know that this is a business. We the ones that get attached. It was tough for me to watch them cut Khalil Pimpleton in the preseason. He was all over, and I'll never forget, bro. I'll never forget watching Khalil hold his head up, thanking for the opportunity. Now, Darn, you just ruthless, bro. Darn, you are ruthless, bro. I hear you, but us fans are making them decisions while I'm going to love my Lions no matter who stays or goes. DeMar did his thing with us, but it's gone now. No, D-Town, I get you. I get you, bro. And I'm agreeing to what you're saying. What I'm saying is it's not that easy for everyone. All right, Braylon with the dono says Jamal brought life into that Detroit locker room and the city. He brought us hope and believe that we can beat every team that comes our way. First of all, Braylon, that's facts, bro. And maybe that's what he was supposed to do. Maybe that's what he was brought here to do. But at the same time, right, one thing I think is, as fans, we are too emotionally invested. I remember the Lions used to ruin my sleep. This is before I had a son. And then I had a child, and I was like, bruh, it ain't that serious. I used to be, bro, if the Lions lost on Sunday, I would be up. Devastated. When the other day, when I snapped on Ken, because Ken told me to chill. I apologize later, but that's because I'm emotionally invested in this team. I think about years of my life wasting away, and all I want to see is us win, right? So we are heavily emotionally invested. Dern says, you're right. It's to the fans that said we need to throw the money bags at Jamal. It was not a need. Yeah, we couldn't have done that, but you know what, Dern? We can't do that with anybody. Maul, Goff, except when it's time. Jamal wasn't money bags. Nick Bosa is money bags. I'm not going to regress on what I was saying. He going to have to throw the bag at somebody, but it ain't going to be a running back, though. It ain't going to be a running back. Saquon was only asking for 16. Running backs ain't who you throw the bag at. You throw the bag at defensive linemen. You throw the bags at receivers, at quarterbacks. You don't throw the bag at a running back. It's unfortunate, but true. Braylon, that in on itself is huge for the team. Then add on his consistency. We were semi-successful because he put in short yardage in short yardage situations. When the Lions lose, our whole family is silent at dinner time. Rainbow Girl, that is facts. That's facts. That's how I used to be. When I had a kid, I had to start shaking it off. I had to not, because I didn't want to, I don't want to let that interfere with my being a father. Because that's how heavy it was, y'all. It was tough, man. I was sick. Well, the Panthers are now one receiver. Wow. Juju Smith-Schuster got a 3-year deal. Is that right? 3-year. Oh, $33 million? That ain't. Hold on, let me make sure that's right. The Patriots. Oh, he went to the Patriots. Juju Smith-Schuster goes to the Patriots. He got a 3-year, $33 million deal with $22.5 guaranteed, earned over the first 2 years. Wow. So Juju Smith got his ring and went to the Patriots. Yeesh, he got to play for Bill Belichick, man. That means they probably gonna trade Jacoby. That is crazy, bro. Well, shout out to Juju, man. Got his bag. He went to the Patriots. Some people don't really understand what Jamal really meant to the team. Braylon, I think they do understand. But I think we got to look at, like, people call me sensitive, right? I am sensitive. I have nothing wrong. I'm not overly sensitive. I hate it when people call me overly sensitive. Oh, he's already a Raider? When did that happen? He already left? Man, I need to turn off Do Not Disturb. I be missing everything. Dang, I literally missed that. Wow, let me give myself a wow. I'm sorry, y'all. This show don't have the same energy because Aaron Rodgers took it out of me. We got to understand that this is a business. Like, when Matthew Stafford left, that was probably the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. But I had to live through Calvin Johnson retiring. Was devastated, man. Calvin Johnson is the reason you watched when the Lions were 0-8, 0-16. I had to remember when I was 20, I think I was 19 when Barry retired. 19. And this is before the internet. Like, before the internet, we were still on dial-up, AOL. So there was no smartphones. There was no Twitter. There was barely a cell phone, right? So I think, Braylon, that they understand. But like I was saying, people call me sensitive. I am sensitive. I will admit that. But sensitive is not weak, right? Or everything you say hurts my feelings. Oh, my God, did you say, oh, my God, you hurt my feelings? No, that doesn't mean my feelings are hurt easy. That just means some things affect me, maybe unlike it affects you, right? But Jamal Williams was a massive spark to this team. And I have been saying from the very beginning that what he brought to the team was more than football. But you know what? It's still a business. And that's what I think as fans, we can't let it go because it's not a business to us, y'all. So Braylon, I get you. This is not a business. This is our life. In some people's lives, it takes over their entire life. It doesn't do that with me. When I talk about the Lions every day because I enjoy it. I'm not going to sell my house to go to a Super Bowl. You will never see me in the super fan category. They will never be perfect. Those people exist. There are probably some of them in this chat. You're never going to see me a super fan. I got a few. Listen, I am going to get a Lions LED handmade, if they still have them, logo. It has LED lights behind it. It's about, I want to say it's 23 inches. So it's not that big. It's not like the one in Allen Park, but it is sweet. I'm just trying to save up for it. And I hope I saw it on Etsy. And I'm like, I got to get this. I want to have it in like my studio. So I'll get that. I got a little Lions corner. I own a bunch of Lions gear that I just start buying to make YouTube videos and go to the game. But, we got to, it's our life. For them, it's not. It's a business. What's up, HH? What's going on? Rainbow Girl, there is a saying, hard work beats talent and talent fails to work hard. I can agree with that. Jamal is asking for more money because other teams probably outbidding the Lions. Be loved as he should. Get his money. Get his money. Get his money. Okay, so let me tell you what Dern's issue is, since he can't say it in he can't say it in words. He has to type them out. Dern deals with a lot of people on Facebook. And to me, Facebook fans are loony. These people in these chat groups are loony, like toons. And it was like Jamal over everything. It doesn't. If Jamal is asking for the bag, you give it to him because that's how important he was to the team. And I'm going to be honest. Dern had the GM approach. Dern is like, no, you're replaceable. Because while we all sick about it, right? Did you see Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell when they were cutting people in Hard Knocks? It's the same thing, y'all, as them cutting people in Hard Knocks at the end of when they have to get down to 53 men. The only difference, y'all, is it was Jamal. That's the difference, right? And just think about it. 2 years ago, we didn't even know who he was. Jamal, you got to look at it like this. And I said this in yesterday's show. It's tough because these guys are almost like family. Even though we don't know them personally, they don't know us. You got to look at it like this. Jamal came into our life. He spent some time here, and now he's gone because Jamal ain't go. Listen, these players, they changed their team. They changed their jersey. They wiped their bios. The only one that I see now, and he don't even play anymore, is Kerryon Johnson. Kerryon Johnson had Lion stuff, even though he had been on, 2 other teams by then. We got to let it go, y'all. We have to let this go. John says everything you own in the box to the left. That line is cold right there. Listen, Lions fans, we got it. Mellow Mo, what's up, bro? We have to let Jamal go. Maul made $6 million in 2 years. He deserves over $6 million. Imagine this team playing uptight instead of loose. Successful team. We had it. Okay, Eric, I see this as hitting you, bro. I see this as hitting you. Jamal Williams made. Now, listen, y'all, we don't know what he was asking for. We don't know. That has not come out yet. We don't know. And yesterday, Eric, you weren't here, but yesterday I asked the question. What would you be willing to pay Jamal? How much money would you be willing to pay Jamal Williams? Now, if you're just joining us, we talked about Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter could not finish his workout. Jalen Carter had a really bad pro day. Really bad pro day. And it's very possible that he could slide out the top 10. Players ain't going to want to hear that. People ain't going to want to hear that. I'm just saying. We talked about, and now we're talking about Jamal Williams, that Brad Holmes had to make the tough decisions. And that tough decision is thinking of what's best for the team. I don't believe what you hear always. He could have had a bad day. He's eating a lot of snacks. LOL. Okay, John? Okay, John? Now, I would recommend you do this, but you know what? Let's address that. Let's just let's spend a couple minutes on that. He could have had a bad day eating snacks. If you put on 9 pounds in a day, then we got an issue. Y'all remember that dude? What was that dude for the Green Bay Packers? I forgot this guy's name. Bijan. I forgot this dude's name. He was kind of a beast, but then he got bigger and bigger and bigger, and then he disappeared. B.J. Raji, that's his name. Eddie Lacy, that's the other one too. Ate himself out the league. Okay? Let me just say this. Yeah, it ain't a good look. Okay, coming from Mike Garofalo, the Texans, who are making moves, said we ain't going to pick number 2 next year. The Texans have signed defensive tackle Sheldon Rankins to a 1-year, $10.5 million deal. That's a big deal right there. Hey, you get it? Big deal. Jamarcus Russell. We also don't know what Montgomery is going to do for us. Listen, if the Jamal thing is hitting you hard, man, I understand. He meant a lot. But we got to disconnect sometimes. We can't just keep sitting on, and I think that's what, and I've told y'all this before. I don't hate Matthew Stafford. I don't dislike Matthew Stafford. When Stafford left, it wasn't even about Stafford. It wasn't. My issue was always about the city because everybody, I want Stafford to go get his champion. Go, Stafford, go. Fly away, Stafford. Fly away. We couldn't do anything with you here, so fly away. And that's where this Detroiters thing came from. It came from the song that you hear me play. It came from that stupid LA Detroit Rams shirts. It came from that. I don't care how you feel about Stafford. If you wanted Stafford to win, that's fine. You know what I thought about? How is this going to make the Detroit Lions look? That's the first thing that came to my mind. How is this going to make the Detroit Lions look? Stafford, fly away, bro. It was a time I wanted to trade him so he could win. But what do? We trade him. And then he goes and he's on the cover of every magazine. He's talked about like he's never been talked about before. When he was with my team, nobody looked twice at Matthew Stafford. MVP Matthew Stafford, get out of here. He's a dark horse for MVP. You'll never win anything in Detroit. Soon as he gets to LA, he's on every single cover. We're going to do an ESPN special, 30 for 30, Matthew Stafford. Yes, my wife had to do this. I had another baby. Blah, 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 blah. Now you're in sunny LA with the LA Rams, a team that wins, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't take it. But it wasn't about Stafford. It was about my team. So we got to take the emotion out of this when it comes to Stafford. I mean, with Jamal Williams. We got to. But let me ask you a question, because for all of that, did Stafford once say, hey, Detroit, this was for you. This is for you. Did he do that? Did he do that? Did Stafford one time, it was like you sitting at, y'all remember Rocky V? When Rocky, when Tommy Gunn won the title, and he was like, man, I couldn't have done this. I want to thank Duke. And Rocky was sitting in front of the TV looking stupid. That was y'all. I bet that was some of y'all. Y'all thought when they interviewed Matthew Stafford holding the Lombardi, did you really think he was going to thank Detroit? That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying, y'all, is there comes a time Stafford made a business decision. The Lions made a business decision when they traded him away. The Lions made a business decision moving on from Jamal Williams, allegedly, because it's not official yet. Okay? We got to let this stuff go. My thing is this, when you don't play for our team, that's it. And we got to wait for the numbers to come out. We got to wait for the numbers to come out. Let me ask you a question. Would you have given Jamal Williams what Brad Holmes gave David Montgomery? Eric says, mine's not emotion for Maul. I think he's truly amazing and our running back in our system. The emotion side is just icing. Stafford not the same as Maul. Stafford made a commercial about how Lions just not good. Okay, Aaron says, and then some. Okay. Well, I see y'all divided. Stafford got the trade and dip dop, never look back, and never will. But y'all want him back, though. I hated that. Oh, the Little Caesars. Oh, yeah. Everybody was like, bro, listen. Okay. So, Jeremy Reisman, he writes for Pride of Detroit, and he is a Stafford, apologist. I got no issue with Jeremy. I don't even know him. But he's like one of them fans that you wonder how is he in journalism, because his bias comes through a ton, right? Today he even said something about Jamal, and I'm like, bruh, like it hurt me too, but he's gone. He's gone. And Dern, that's see what Dern is, bro. Dern is one of them people that kick you when you down. Dern to stump you in your face with steel-toe boots on. He'll just be stumping you. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Jamal is out of here. I heard Slay was looking for $20 million a year. No. Slay is going to the Packers. Is it official? I'd rather give up a 6th-round pick for Stafford to be our backup. See. Wait a minute, what? They telling me to keep the receipt. I give the receipt to the customer. Oh. Okay. Uber will send them an electronic receipt. I didn't know that. I need to know that. Okay. All right, that's cool. Good to know. Slay really dipped from the Super Bowl runner up because of Matty Patricia. Yeah, Cameron. Listen, I told you, man. Listen. When it comes to men, there's one thing you can't do. Disrespect us. That's one thing you can't. We are savages. I'm going to be real. Men are savages. We are everything they say we are, and then some. But we are savages. We when it comes to certain things, man, we are animals. And when it comes to disrespect, we are straight. We out of control. We wild. We can't be tamed. Yeah, okay, Stafford ain't coming back. Yes, the Eagles are either releasing or they will. Slay is the only player to give up a TD to Galladay this year. Hey, Mellow Mo, that was his only touchdown as a Giant. I didn't even know that. Damien, a Bears fan, says, why, Montgomery, why? I'll only take Slay back if he wants $18 million 2-year deal guaranteed. Don't y'all do this, bro. Don't y'all do this, man, because I'm not having it. Y'all don't want me to pop off today, right? Y'all willing to give? Why are you willing to give Darius Slay? You know what's funny, man? This is what's funny from y'all. Y'all are funny. Y'all really? Really? You know what? I've not heard the word old with Darius Slay? But every time I made a video about Jalen Ramsey, he's too old. But no, not your former Detroit Lion, Darius Slay. Y'all love former Detroit Lions, don't you? He's too old. But Darius Slay, we'll sign him back. Darius Slay was making $17 million. He wanted an extension. He wanted to get paid, and his homie over there, James Bradbury, got paid, while the Eagles said, peace. He gone. So if Darius Slay not that old, then Jalen Ramsey wasn't that old either. So let me get this straight. Y'all want to re-sign Darius Slay, who's 32 years old, making the same amount of money that 29-year-old Jalen Ramsey was making. And why? Why is that? Jalen won a Super Bowl in 2021. Darius Slay went to a Super Bowl in 2022. But I don't hear nothing. Slay is still, Jalen Ramsey was still productive for his age. Fearless. Slay return is emotions for us. We are some emotional fans. Slay used to say how good other wide receivers were, and Lions receivers didn't stack up. Pass, I'm better than. Okay. Slay could be our Charles Woodson. Okay. Y'all really think Darius Slay was that good? Charles Woodson was why do we do this? Okay. So let me ask y'all a question. Leighton Vander Esch was connected to the Detroit Lions, and there's a rumor, and we're going to use this allegedly. It was between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. He decided to stay with the Dallas Cowboys. I think he got $11 million. I can't remember if it was per year or total. Would you have wanted Leighton Vander Esch? Slay can come back and be Dre Bly's assistant. Thank you, D. That sounds good to me. Woodson was a monster. That's what I'm saying, Larry. We putting Darius Slay to Woodson, who came out a dog, who was old and still a dog. He was a dog from start to finish. Slay was the best cornerback we ever had, if you ask him. And I like that about Darius Slay. All right. Shout out to Mr. Poole. Breaking news, man. The Cowboys have informed NFL rushing champ Ezekiel Elliott that they are releasing him. He'll be designated a post-June 1st release. I know Mark Holmes is losing his mind. Hey, about them Cowboys. What's up, Cohen? Says, bro, I listen to your videos every day when I'm working. Keep it going. I appreciate that, man. That's what keeps me going. Hey, D-Town, you got to be careful, bro. You got to be careful. Now people about to say get him now. Yeah, Doug, you already know. We solid. Zeke need to stay off the Fritos, bro. With that halter top on, man. Come on, man. You don't even got a six-pack, bro. You ain't going to catch me in the halter top with no, well, period. But I got to have a six-pack for my stomach to be out at all. And it ain't even close, bro. Don't you worry, though. I'm working on it, man. But it's all silent in Lions camp. And the official start of free agency is 37 minutes away. I just refreshed. There is nothing going on. Hopefully Brad Holmes is thinking about doing something. Talk about Eddie Lacy. That's what Zeke is. Ooh. Okay, you know what? Let's do this. We talked about it yesterday. So let's spend a few minutes talking about this, and I guess we'll wrap it up. I'll be on again on Friday. And I think by Friday, the Lions are going to be done. I think the first wave will be over, and the Lions will be done. Zeke needs to stop eating. Brad Holmes going to make more moves. What about the draft? Of course. But I'm talking about free agency. Okay, so we've all seen Montgomery and know his play style. Small, speed, and decent size. Is he going to replace Maul or Swift? He's not Maurice Jones-Drew. What's a so-called whistleblower? What are you talking about, Joe? Okay, so I talked about this earlier, and I'll bring it up again, that I think it's something that we have to realize. And I think Jeff was on to something. Last night, I'm thinking, what if Swift was the one that was gone, right? What if he was the one that was gone? But it doesn't make sense. Because Swift is younger than Jamal. He's cheaper than Jamal. But if I had to choose, I'm choosing Maul. But we need a counterpart to Maul. So when we got David Montgomery, some part of me, because I wanted it to just hoping Jamal was still here, was like, could it happen? And Swift being traded is a no. Nobody's going to spend any trade capital on DeAndre Swift. He would have to be released. And the Lions are not in a position to do that right now. We don't have. Now, I will say this. Okay? Now, you have, who is this? Brian says, no Swift still on his rookie deal. He ain't going nowhere. Now, I will disagree with that. Aaron, I don't know. It depends. Yesterday was just kind of a weird thing, man, because I had made a video about Jamal's replacement, like the Lions having a contingency plan. Okay? And because I really believed that Austin Eckler was that contingency plan. And then they just nope. We're going to break this news at, 9:45 or whatever time. I think it was 8:30. And then I was like, I know people are going to talk about this, so let's go live. So, I mean, if something big enough happened. I liked the show, though. We did phenomenal last night. It was crazy. But I think it was just the news. Montgomery doesn't have the athleticism that Swift has, more Jamal speed, but better cuts. I'll take it. I like Swift, but this year is a make or break for that young man. I hope he balls this year. It doesn't make sense to cut Swift seeing our running back room. Craig Reynolds is a mixture of Swift and Jamal. And now that Jamal is gone, he's still that guy. But it doesn't make sense at this point. So I don't think that that's going to happen. Mr. Poole, why you send me this, bro? I try not to watch them. You know that. You know that, bro. So I don't think that it's outside of the realm of possibility, but I just don't think it makes much sense because of the fact that he's under contract. He's under contract. Okay. Does he say something good in there? Just imagine if Swift was healthy for a whole season, his numbers would be incredible. But Rainbow Girl, that's what we've been doing. You know what I mean? And I think that Brad Holmes is tired of waiting. Ooh. Swift is never going to be power over the middle. He has to find holes. Montgomery and Maul the same, but who does it beat? Oh, Bess. Maul. Eric, I hear you, bro. I hear you, Eric. And I see it's tough for you letting go, man. I see it's tough. It ain't easy, especially knowing that, a former Bear. But Jamal was a former Packer. But like I said, it proves to me that Dan and Brad is not going to cripple this team. He showed you that with Jalen Ramsey. He showed you that with the signings that he made. He showed you that how he does the salary cap. And he showed me that he's trying to do what's best for the team. Oh, yeah, I know you're not crying, bro. Anyone should be able to have success behind this O-line, pay the O-line, replace the running back. I do not like, though, how expendable running backs are. I think it's very unfortunate. And if I'm a young man growing up, I ain't trying to be no running back. They shelf life is short. Zeke was like the highest paid running back for a while, wasn't he? And now he was cut. He's cut, bro. Like this year, and then this is why I say, y'all, I'm not saying DeAndre Swift is going to be cut. I'm saying don't put it past. In today's NFL, anything can happen. Anything. It doesn't make sense unless, wow. The Buccaneers, who released Fournette or will release Fournette, have interest in Zeke. Wow. Now that would be something to see. It does suck, says Sore King, that Jamal gone, as he was a fan favorite and a game changer, but Monty is an absolute beast. And see, I want more. I want more. I want another one. Give me Bijan. I think the draft, even after this little bit of move that Brad Holmes has made, is going to be completely different. Than I can't wait to see the first post free agency mock. But because we still got the issue of DeAndre Swift, because I don't want one running back. I don't want that one guy. You need a Batman Robin. You need a 1-2 punch. You really do. To me, all the good running back rooms have it. Who did the Titans have to bounce off of Henry? Wow. That's crazy, bro. Man, look at this. uh. Yeah, Mr. Poole, I hear you, bro. I wanted him at first. I hear you first. I wanted him, but I think I don't think I think he's more bruising than shifty. Draft Bison, trade Swift. Okay, Hatters. I said this earlier, and I believe this. Jeff Risden, who I don't hang every word on, it's not because Risden said it. He just makes a good point. He was like, and other NFL teams see exactly what we do. He has no trade value. And I 100% believe that. Nobody is going to trade for DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift, if the Dallas Cowboys just cut Ezekiel Elliott with a hurt Tony Pollard recovering from that tibia, we can cut DeAndre Swift. I'm not saying we will. No. Le'Veon Bell, no. I have never, no. Absolutely not. Nope. No. That's just me. So, for me, I think we need a guy. Dan Orlovsky says the Cowboys should go after Jamal Williams ASAP. Let me ask you a question. Jamal Williams winds up a Cowboy. How you feeling? If Jamal Williams winds up a Dallas Cowboy, y'all would be sick, bro. I think that Montgomery trade changed a lot, to be honest. I think they will roll with backs that's currently on their roster. Really? Braylon says, I would be furious. Mr. Poole says, sick. Cutting Swift is bad for cap space, though, when you can just wait. It ain't as bad as you think, Cameron. It ain't as bad as you think, big dog. Because DeAndre Swift was a second-round pick. He is on the 4th year of his deal. And according to Over the Cap, DeAndre Swift, oh no, his base salary for 2023 is $1,774,399. If he was cut pre-June 1st, DeAndre Swift, wait a minute. Hold the phone. Y'all think DeAndre Swift ain't a man? Get up out of here. What? Okay. Hold on. No. Will the Detroit Lions do this? Probably not. But I got it. All right. So the chat has got me thinking. We're talking a lot about Jamal and the effects of signing David Montgomery and DeAndre Swift. And I brought up a tweet I saw from Jeff Risden yesterday. And unlike other people you know, I don't have to mention his name to make me any more important, or I don't hang on every word he says like I'm special. However, he did make a very good point yesterday. And that point was, when people keep saying, quote unquote, trade Swift, he said Swift has no trade value. Now, I disagree, but I understand what he's saying. Because he continues and says that that the NFL sees the same thing we do. NFL teams see the same thing we do. And that is that the brother can't stay healthy, right? But DeAndre Swift can't be cut. Au contraire, Mo Frere. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. DeAndre Swift can very much so be cut, okay? Because he was a second-round pick, and he is on the last year of his deal. Now, I'm not saying the Detroit Lions would do that, because right now we have David Montgomery. We presume him to be our lead back. DeAndre Swift would be a change of pace. Number 2, we got Craig Reynolds. We just drafted Jamar Jefferson. We have Justin Jackson, who we have to decide what we're going to do with those guys. Could we draft a running back? We very well could. DeAndre Swift, if he is cut, according to Over the Cap, I blew it up so y'all could see it. This is a pre-June 1st cut. Okay, can I highlight his name so I don't have to keep coming back? Yes, I can. Perfect. All right, so I can know what I'm looking at. A pre-June 1st cut, dead money, according to Over the Cap, $942,000. His cap hit would be a $1,774,399. A post June 1st, same thing. A trade, which probably ain't gonna happen, same thing. And a post June 1st trade, the same thing. I'm not saying that DeAndre Swift is going to be traded and or cut, right? I'm saying that do not rule this out. DeAndre Swift could very well be, we can part ways with DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift is not guaranteed to be on this team at all. Now, it doesn't make a lot of sense seeing our running back room. We don't really have one. We've got David Montgomery. DeAndre Swift is on the roster. Why give up a guy who can make an impact on the team, okay, and you have nothing behind him? Why do that? I'll tell you why you do that. The only reason you do that is if you plan to do something else, okay? Now, I believe that DeAndre Swift, for one last year, he's on a contract year. He's playing for a contract, whether it's with the Lions, which I sincerely doubt, or another team. I believe Bijan Robinson, DeAndre Swift, in and out, and David Montgomery, we would have the best running back room in the league. We would have 3 backs, let alone 2. There would not be a backfield in the NFL that could compete with ours. And that would be a scary thing because Swift is immensely talented. He just can't seem to stay healthy. And, which I think is a bigger problem, ladies and gentlemen, his confidence. You could see it. We were all yelling at the screen. We could see him being timid. We saw it in Hard Knocks. After he got hurt, he was not the same because mentally he was not the same. Too many backups plus Reynolds. Lions ain't drafting Bijan as much as we want them to. If Swift balls out next year and stays healthy, do we keep him? Yeah, I don't know. I personally don't believe that one good year from Swift is going to outweigh 3 average ones. And see, I'm seeing more than his production. I'm seeing what he left on the table. Swift was a dog when he came out this year. We was like, this the guy we've been waiting on, right? He got hurt, and he was never the same. Then he kind of came alive near the end of the season. So the Lions want consistency, and Swift is not consistent. DNC ENT says Swift more like a gadget back. I agree. You know what I see when I see DeAndre Swift? I see Theo Riddick. A better version of Theo Riddick. You know who I see when I see DeAndre Swift? J.D. McKissick. J.D. McKissick, Theo Riddick, DeAndre Swift can all do the same thing. I think DeAndre Swift is the most talented. But as we talked about with Jamal Williams, that some things are greater than football, right? DeAndre Swift got talent for days, but he's inconsistent. Larry says Joyke Bell. I think Joyke Bell remind me more of Jamal Williams, really. Mr. Poole says, curious to see if Scotty Montgomery can get out of Swift and Montgomery. He did wonders for Jonathan Taylor. That's very true. Now, I don't think the Lions, initially I thought they were, but I'm not sure. I don't think the Lions are going to, because now that you think about it, he has no trade value. Nobody. Javid Best would have been better than all of them. Really. He would have been better than Smith. Javid Best was a dog, man. He was. It was sad to see him go down like that. The Taysom Hill of running backs, get him 12 snaps per game behind Bijan and Monty. Here's what I would love to see. I would love to see us get some value for DeAndre Swift, but that's not a thing. That's not a thing. Nobody is going to take a flyer, trade away capital for a guy that can't be consistent and has 1 year. If they thought DeAndre was the missing piece or he didn't have to do much, like the Chiefs got Pacheco. They got Clyde Edwards, who, by the way, was drafted before DeAndre Swift the same year, like a couple spots before. And you win with Pacheco, right? I can see him going there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a team like that. A team that he don't have to do much. He doesn't have to do much. So, listen, we going to keep it here. I'm mad about Hayden Hurst. He signed with the Carolina Panthers, who quietly making some noise, man. Carolina making some noise. They really are. So he's off the table. But before we wrap the show up, let's just go over a few more needs of the Detroit Lions. We could use a tight end. We could. It depends on what we do with Zane. I want to see a tight end in free agency, not a bunch of money. We need a backup quarterback. So here are potential moves that the Lions could make today. They could sign a backup quarterback, Baker Mayfield. I know y'all didn't want him anyway. He's off the market. So that leaves us Gardner Minshew. Andy Dalton went to the Carolina Panthers to back up first-round pick. C.J. Stroud, presumably. Then we have the Matt Corral dilemma. Okay, the Washington Commanders are a team to watch for. Wow, that went together. Because they have no quarterback. They got Sam Howell, but do you want to put your future in a guy that you drafted in a later round who didn't play much last year? Shout out to Taylor Heineke, man. Y'all told me yesterday he got paid. I didn't know that. He said he was, and he got that money. Linebacker, Greg. Facts. So I'm hoping that the Lions make a move for a linebacker. That would make me very happy. A backup quarterback would make me very happy. So I'm thinking, let's say linebacker. Let's say the Lions make a move for a linebacker sometime today. It could break at any minute. I will be making those videos on Detroit Lions Syndicate, so be ready for those. Safety moves, I don't think we're going to make one. Poyer decided to stay with the Bills. Jesse Bates went to the Falcons. And I think that's it. Cornerbacks, I think we are done as far as external free agents. If we stay, maybe a Mike Hughes, maybe something like that. Linebacker, we've done nothing. Brad Holmes he don't got a thing for linebackers, do we? Bobby Wagner, no. Nobody has signed him. There have been reports that he might entertain Dallas or Seattle. Detroit was not on there. But he is still a free agent. So safety, I don't think they do anything. Backup quarterback, we need. I don't see like a offensive lineman. I really don't see a defensive lineman either. So I could see a backup quarterback and a linebacker. Levante, DNC, Levante is gone, bro. He stayed with the Bucs on a 1-year deal, so he's off the table. Van Der Esch decided to stay with the Dallas Cowboys. See, there are a couple things that I do know. Thank you very much. What Rodgers, Donovan? Aaron Rodgers? Wait a minute, Minshew. Okay, Minshew is where? See? When did that happen? Gardner Minshew is off the market. I didn't know that. Okay, let's do this. Let me go to, is it Over the Cap or Spot Track? I think Spot Track has the better. We'll do that. Okay, free agent tracker. Nope, that's just telling us who went where. I think it's Spot Track that has the free agents. Let me go there. Because you can go by position. Okay, let me see. All right, free agent quarterbacks. Well, this is kind of cool. You can do it this day. So Sam Darnold is with the Niners. Here are the available quarterbacks. Carson Wentz, Tom Brady. Well, he's not off the board. Okay, the Baker Mayfield, well, that didn't even update, so they're a little behind. Baker Mayfield is with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Sam Darnold is with the 49ers. Jimmy G with the Raiders. Teddy Bridgewater, he is currently still available. Mason Rudolph, Jacoby Brissett, Joe Flacco. Case Keenum went to the Texans. Geno Smith stayed with the Seahawks. Andy Dalton is a Panther. Mike White is now a Dolphin. Kyle Allen is available. CJ Beathard is a Jaguar. Tyler Heineke is a Falcon. Lamar Jackson, Blaine Gabbert, no. Chase Daniel, no. Chad Henne, they tried to call him out of retirement. He said he's going to stay retired. Drew Lock, Josh Johnson, no. Gardner Minshew is not signed, at least not on here. Nope. The Dolphins got Mike White, Hyder's house. Mike White is who you might have been thinking of. So out of those guys, yeesh. Marcus Mariota, Teddy Bridgewater, Jacoby Brissett. Tyler Huntley is still available. Gardner Minshew. Running back, free agents. Okay, let me see. Wide receivers. So we can see what kind of move the Detroit Lions could be making. Okay, Thielen. That would be weird seeing Adam Thielen in a Lions uniform. It ain't happened. Chosen Anderson. Lord have mercy. No. Nelson Aguilar. DJ Chark. DJ Chark. That's the news we are waiting for. Oh, wow. Wow. What? Okay. According to Tom Pelissero, the Ravens are placing the low restricted tender on Pro Bowl quarterback Snoop Huntley, a.k.a. Tyler, per source. Baltimore will have the right to match any offer sheet, but would get no compensation for Huntley if they don't. Baltimore is dirty, bro. They are dirty, man. Wow. Okay. So if something major breaks, we'll go live on Detroit Lions Syndicate. This time I'll show up on camera. We don't really need. So DJ Chark, I forgot about that. We've been so consumed with Jamal Williams. Chark is something we need to expect. We need to be waiting for Chark. Let me see. Okay, so we'll skip past that. And then let's go to tight ends. Lions can make a move for. Okay, Mike Gesicki is available. Dalton Schultz is available. Austin Hooper. I hear Mercedes Lewis might go to the Jets. Robert Tonyan. Hayden Hurst is a. So this thing is behind, man. Hayden Hurst is a Carolina Panther. Dan Arnold used to play for the Ravens, right? And now he's a Jaguar. I could see that. Let me see. Man, Jesse James is still in the league. That's crazy. It is a lot of tight ends. Okay, because Zane Zylstra and Brock Wright are back. So we might not do tight end at all. Because we got James Mitchell, Zane, and Brock. We could. We seem to always want to have four, though, for some reason. Elliott resigned, I heard. Eric, that is not. Let me go look. I have not seen that, bro. I wouldn't mind that. I would not mind that at all. So I'll skip all the way to. Let's go to safety. Yeah, I was impressed as well. He wasn't impressed at first. Okay, Jesse Bates. This thing is old, bro. They got to do better because he's a Falcon. Jordan Poyer stayed with the Bills. The Texans got Jimmy Ward. Adrian Amos is available. Von Bell went to the Panthers. Chuck Clark Gates. Eric Rowe. Oh, my God. Terrell Edmonds is, I believe, still available. But I don't think we're going to make any moves at safety. Oh, it get real thin. It get real thin at safety. Yeesh. Like after you get past Terrell Edmonds, it get real thin. Wow. And let's look at one more. Who y'all want me to look at? Linebackers? Linebackers. We'll do that. I'm salty. Chark can do somewhere else. Okay. Levante David is with the Buccaneers. Eric Kendricks. Didn't he sign somewhere? Or is he still available? I feel like he signed. Right? Okay. Aziz Algier, he signed. So this thing is super behind. Denzel Perriman. Okay, to the Chargers. Thank you, Braylon. Thank you, Mr. Poole. I thought he did. Ooh-wee. It is slim pickings there. Ugh. This linebacker room is tough, y'all. Oh, my God. Ooh-wee. This, hey, yo. This is tough. It's so tough I can't even speak, y'all. Okay, so check it out. Let me know if these people sign. I'm looking at this linebacker room, and it is horrible. Levante David, Buccaneers. Deion Jones, Zach Cunningham. Kendricks is with the Chargers. Devin Bush. Anthony Walker Jr. Damian Wilson. Denzel Perriman. And why don't I see, because they're going by age? Where's Bobby Wagner at? Bruh. David Mayo. Bruh. Oh, my God. Okay, I don't see him on here, but I know he hasn't signed anywhere. They don't, how you not going to have Bobby Wagner on here? Oh, nope. Ooh, it is rough. It is rough. Linebacker room is scarce, y'all. We might not, listen, if it, oh my God, don't, Brad, don't do something. Don't. They got, Chris Board. No, man, we got to upgrade. That's one, no. Okay, Mac just had his contract restructured. Looks like we're drafting. It is terrible, y'all. But I don't know why I don't see Bobby Wagner. All right, and I guess that's it. Y'all want me to look at edge, defensive, interior lineman. Okay, so they got Leonard Floyd as an edge. Leonard Floyd, Robert Quinn, he's super old. Not super old, but he's older. He still produced, though. Frank Clark, Deion Jones. Why do you got Levante David as an edge? They got him. Yeesh. Melvin Ingram. Okay, so they got a lot of repeat people on here. Okay, so they got linebackers as edge as well. Yep. Ooh-wee. Okay. All right, so Adam Thielen, I want to say has a meeting with the Chiefs, doesn't he? But the Panthers are not signing wide receiver Adam Thielen today, but there is mutual interest and discussions are ongoing. Well, shout out to Adam Thielen, man. I remember watching and we'll wrap this show up. If anything breaks y'all big with the Lions, I'll probably get back on Detroit Lions Syndicate and make a video and then go live or something like that if it's big enough. I watched a episode of Jobs or something. I forgot what it is. It's with Steve Smith, the former NFL wide receiver for Carolina. And they went to Minnesota and he was helping with their food, with their their nutrition. And Thielen was like, he said he had been there for 10 years. And I was like, dang, it's been that long? And he was saying that the nutrition is one of the ways that he was able to keep playing. Okay, so there are moves being made, but just none from us. Watch, soon as I hit in stream, the Lions do something. Former Browns defensive tackle Taven Bryan reached an agreement today on a one-year deal worth $4.5 million with the Indianapolis Colts. So we'll do this. And then we'll wrap. I'll say this, and then we'll wrap it up. Lions got to do something today. So Priority. Oh, wide receiver. Wide receiver. Yeah, we looked at that. Okay. So my guess is something got to happen with DJ Chark. Either he stays or either he goes. Lions potentially make a move for a linebacker. Listen, be Leonard Floyd or be Bobby Wagner. Be nobody else. But I could see Chris Board coming back. I really could. And maybe a backup quarterback. But knowing Brad Holmes, he'll do something none of us expect. So expect me to be live. If the news is big enough, I'll go live on Detroit Lions Syndicate. But expect videos coming from your boy, man. I appreciate y'all. It's going to be all right. Jamal Williams, we haven't heard it be official yet, but 99% sure he's not coming back because it's still quiet. But it's going to be all right, y'all. I will see y'all on Friday. And as always, go Lions.
Hello, good morning. Horns is blowing, and I'm pissing off the neighbors. Whether homegrown or imported, we feeling shorted, cause we waiting on our paper. So next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Yeah, you don't know about the D, you don't know about the streets, cause when you're in the Motor City, nothing is as pretty as the hustle. You don't know about the day, you don't know about the streets, cause when you're in the Motor City, everything ain't pretty but it's love though. Next time when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, when we get back on our feet.